I'm Joe Talentino with I Know Jax, the weekly TV show where I talk about cool local stuff. Places to go and eat, local restaurants, local small businesses, craft beer, upcoming events, and more. Now, if you like what I do, make sure to like the I Know Jax Facebook page and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I Know Jax, eat local, drink local, and be local. This week I have a great show lined up for you. We're going to start by going to Riverside Arts Market and talk to one of the local businesses, Olive My Pickle. I'm going to take a look at craft beer happenings and talk about upcoming events, and we're going to visit one of our great local breweries. Now, when I started doing I Know Jax 7 years ago, there were only 4 breweries in Jacksonville. Now we're over 20. Pretty cool, right? Today we're going to start out by visiting Riverside Arts Market and talk to Shai, who owns Olive My Pickle, together with his wife, Charlotte.
So Olive My Pickle actually started 8 years ago here in Jacksonville as a business. But the idea and the love and the passion for food start way back there when I was a kid in my grandma's kitchen. Okay. So by making pickles for so many years, came to the United States in 2000 and make pickles for family and friends and decided to sell it in farmers markets. We make sauerkraut, kimchi, fermented vegetables like okra and green beans and red radishes. Bunch of fun stuff that it's really good for you. I'm talking about pickles that's made with love and made in saltwater brine. They're full of probiotics and electrolyte. This is called functional food that's actually heal you and make you feel good. But the way we make the pickles, we immerse them in saltwater brine. So we get local cucumbers in Florida farmlands, Jacksonville water, salt out of Spain and Italy. We mix the water, we add the spice, we add the garlic, we add the fresh dill, everything in big 50-gallon barrels. Let it sit for 2 weeks.
Okay, it's a video, so I need to do that.
Let me get some of yours.
They're great. Are they good?
They're really good.
Okay.
You can find us in the local stores, but most important, when it's raining and don't feel like going out, you can go on olivemypickle.com, shop now, and you will get a package in a day or 2.
I often help small local businesses to get the word out in our community. I help them with using video in their marketing and also social media. Small businesses don't usually have big pockets like the big chains do, so to keep doing what they're doing, they rely on our support. So keep that in mind when you go shopping. Make sure to choose local products or shop from local businesses when you can. It really makes a big difference. Next, we're heading over to Brewz so I can get a nice craft beer while I talk about upcoming craft beer events. Every week I talk about happenings and craft beer events in my TV show, I Know Jax. I'm at Brewz in Atlantic Beach, and today I'm having a French toast from Funky Buddha. This week we have a special beer celebration. It's National Can Appreciation Day on January 24th. On this day back in 1935, the first beer cans went on sale in the U.S. The Gottfried Krug Brewing Company delivered 2,000 cans of beer for beer drinkers in Richmond, Virginia, and the rest is history. Veterans United Brewing Company is observing National Can Appreciation Day all day on January 24th. You get $2 off barrel-aged Cosmic Cat Crowlers and $1 off all 6-packs and Crowlers. That's on January 24th. Many of my female friends have been doing that Japanese decluttering thing on Netflix. Marie Kondo teaches an organizing method telling you to get rid of everything that doesn't spark joy. Say what? I have a little bit of hippie in me. I have tie-dye t-shirts and I drink herbal tea and stuff, but sparking joy? None of my clothes spark joy. Many of my female friends have donated truckloads of clothing to Goodwill, so an intervention is in order. I'm talking directly to you, Carrie Speckman. I'm going to suggest Bells and Brewz at Southern Swells. Belle of the Boulevard, the mobile fashion boutique, is going to be there, and they're having pink donuts from Mini Bar, and Southern Swells always has great craft beers. To all of you Marie Kondo's fans out there, I'm saying it's time to step out of your closet and stop thanking your hard-working socks. And no, I'm not making that up. Go relax, sip and shop, and have a great craft beer. The Sip and Shop in Southern Swells on Saturday, January 26th, noon to 3 p.m. If shopping is not for you, I have another hip event. It's an 80s new wave party. Now personally, I don't understand why they're so fascinated with the 80s. Maybe it's because I survived the 80s and I remember the 80s, but nowadays it seems to be the cool thing to do. Main and Sixth is having a special party starting at 7 p.m. where they're going to be jamming the 80s new wave tunes until they close. And I don't mind the music, but of course, you're also supposed to dress up in 80s attire. I guess these guys didn't realize most of us are tidying up with Marie Kondo and all our old clothes are gone. I guess Goodwill's going to do a big business. The 80s New Wave Party takes place at Main and 6th on January 26th, 7 to 11. Now, if you're one of those people who always knows the name of the band or the name of the song, well, I have a perfect game for you. It's called Name That Tune with DJ 7. Now, I've played before and I had a great time, even if I'm not that great at guessing. Lots of music, lots of fun. Come out to Brewz in Atlantic Beach on January 26th, starting at 8:30 p.m. It's winter, even here in Florida, and in wintertime, nothing tastes better than a nice bowl of chili. But when I eat chili, I also want good craft beer, and you can get both at the Chili Cook-Off at Green Room. This event benefits Friends of Jacksonville Animals, and Firewater Tent Revival is going to be playing at 6 p.m. I did this last year and had many bowls of tasty chili, and I have put it on my schedule, so I suggest that you do the same. The Chili Cook-Off takes place Sunday, January 27th from 2 to 5 p.m. at Green Room Brewing. That's it for local craft beer news in Jax for this week. For more tasty beers like this French toast from Funky Buddha, visit Brewz at one of their 2 locations. Cheers. Brewz locations have the best variety of craft beer on tap that you can take home in a growler. Netflix is pretty amazing. It wasn't really that long ago when Netflix would send me DVDs to watch. I was an early subscriber. I remember ordering episodes from a TV series and having to wait because, well, they showed up in the wrong order. So when they started the streaming service way back in 2007, I was on board for that. Now Netflix is producing original content, and I think with House of Cards and Stranger Things and Bird Box and stuff like that, it's a household name. About 60% of the US population has Netflix, but even so, they're getting competition. Like Game of Thrones is on HBO Go, for example, and there are other services like that coming. We live in interesting times, and I've always said that TV and the internet are going to be the same thing, and I wonder, are we there now? Here at I Know Jax, we do our best to support local businesses in the community. Visit our website to find out how we can help promote your business on IKnowJAX.com.
Call Joe directly at 904-345-0755 or visit IKnowJAX.com/advertising.
I've put together another calendar of upcoming events for you, and this time we're going to talk a lot about music. We have a few big names coming to town, but first let's talk about one of the most celebrated musicals in theatrical history, Les Miserables, or like those in the business like to call it, Les Mis. I'm not one of those and I don't know a whole lot, but I did see the movie and I thought it was great, and I think, well, the musical is going to be amazing as well. The story is set against the backdrop of the 19th century France and tells an unforgettable story of heartbreak, passion, and resilience of the human spirit. They're going to have songs like I Dreamed a Dream, On My Own, Stars, Bring Him Home, and many more. Les Mis is performed at the Times Union Center January 22nd through 27th. I always loved the song Alice's Restaurant, and it's obviously one of Arlo Guthrie's most famous ones. And this year we're celebrating the 50th anniversary of the feature film Alice's Restaurant, so Arlo Guthrie is performing Alice's Restaurant in its entirety. And that's a long song, and according to my research, it's like 18.5 minutes. He must be tired of performing it by now. But in any case, Arlo Guthrie is going to be at the Florida Theater on January 23rd. We have more big music stars coming to the River City. Cher's gonna be here. Following the recent global success and her role in the Mamma Mia 2 Here We Go Again film, Cher will be crossing the U.S. for the first time in over 5 years. She's coming to Veterans Memorial Arena on January 23rd. I'm not done talking about film yet. Here's another old one, Bridges of Madison County. Now maybe you remember the romance with Clint Eastwood and Meryl Streep. I know many of my friends love this movie, so I think you're probably going to enjoy watching it on stage as well. The Bridges of Madison County are going to be performed at the Players by the Sea January 25th through February 16th. Let's go back to music. I also wanted to let you know about Don Giovanni. You see, Don Giovanni is by many considered the greatest opera ever written. The Jacksonville Symphony brings a staged version of Mozart's Dark Tale to the concert hall through vivid projection and world-class cast. The concert is the grand finale of Jacksonville Symphony's Midwinter Mozart Festival taking place at the Jacoby Hall, January 25th through 27th. Now we've talked big names like Arlo Guthrie, Cher, Clint Eastwood, Meryl Streep, and Mozart. I don't really know how I'm going to transition from that to our next celebrity, but somehow I'm going to because Howie Mandel is coming to Jacksonville too. Howie is known for being a judge on America's Got Talent, Deal or No Deal, and things like that. Howie Mandel is coming to the Thrasher Horn Center in Orange Park for a great night of comedy that happens on January 27th at 7 p.m. There you go, that's my list for this time. Let me know how I did. You can find more details and more events in my post with a catchy name, fun things to do in January on IKnowJAX.com. And don't forget to share this video with all your friends who like to have fun. When I started doing I Know Jax over 7 years ago, there were only 4 breweries in Jacksonville. Now there are so many that I don't bother to count them anymore. Recently I visited the new brewery Fishweir in Murray Hill, great beers and great locations. And next month Legacy Ale Works has their grand opening scheduled for Saturday, February 16th. Pretty exciting. Next we're going to visit Bottlenose Brewing on Southside Boulevard in Tinseltown. We're at Bottlenose Brewing and I'm here with the head brewer, Chaz, and we're gonna go through just a little bit of a flight of your sort of core beers, right?
Yep. We have our Golden Ale.
Golden Ale.
This is just nice and light. When you think beer, it's this beer.
I thought beer. How about that? You can drink a lot of those, I think. Yeah.
It's 4.4, so kind of perfect for hot weather beer. Something
good lawnmower beer, yeah.
Our second one is going to be our house IPA. You know, love them or hate them, IPAs are the.
Now I'm not a super IPA guy.
Right.
I love some. I hate others.
Right.
Let's see what we.
This is it's not too in your face with the bitter, and it's a little fruity, but not technically on the New England spectrum.
No, but it's citrusy. So, all right, what we have here?
One of our best sellers in the tap room. It's our White Peach Pale Ale. So it's our regular pale ale brewed with Centennial hops infused with some white peaches, which is just tasty.
And as a Georgia boy, I just love the idea of this beer. So, dude, yeah. You can actually smell the peach. It's crazy.
It's a good balance between, you know, sweetness from the peaches as well as a little bit of bitterness and pine from the hops. I think something that you're gonna really like. It's our chocolate oatmeal stout.
Oh, dude! How did you know?
I was told.
Hey, birdie in his ear.
Yeah. We use
oh my gosh, you can even smell it.
Yep. We use a really high quality Italian chocolate, and in our regular medium-bodied oatmeal stout, which
nice
5.1%. So you can just drink 100 of them if you're into that.
I'm into that. How did you know? Do you do any variations on this?
Yeah, we have done a lot of them. Probably the most requested back is the peanut butter chocolate, which people are nuts for.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Sorry.
I would say orange would be good.
Yeah, we need like what's that chocolate orange?
A little chocolate orange for Christmas.
What's the thing that you break?
You knock it and eat the little sections.
What is that called?
I don't know.
Wonder Ball?
Tasty is what I call it.
Okay. Well, obviously.
Is this the way to go? Just get a flight and see what you like?
Yeah, I mean, we brew a bunch of different styles. We usually have on between 10 and 15, sometimes as much as 26 of our own beers.
Okay, wow.
So people see 50
You're a
drafts.
busy dude.
Yeah. So.
Well, that's the best thing about craft beers. You get
Yeah.
a chance to taste a bunch of things before you commit.
Right.
I have commitment issues. You can ask my wife of 31 years. It's a problem,
I believe it.
especially when it comes to beer.
Yeah.
No, but there's so many choices. And this is a perfect example. I normally say I don't drink IPAs, but I always have to taste because
It's an IPA.
sometimes I do.
Yeah.
And I do. So
I get it.
it's
But I
crazy.
see you haven't set the chocolate down.
No, I haven't.
Okay.
It's not going to be sat down
Okay.
until it's empty.
This is about 12 ounces too.
These are meant to be tasting, and later you'll see me drinking the full version of this. So Nate was nice enough to make us a bunch of your signature dishes here. Now these have my attention.
That is our swamp fry. It is.
Swamp fry.
Yes.
I like the name.
It is 12 ounces of fries topped with beer cheese, bacon bits, and pork
And pork.
that is made in-house.
And slaw.
And
sauce.
Barbecue
and-
sauce and bottlenose sauce.
I keep saying and because that's what's on the thing. And.
It's got a little bit of everything
does.
on it for sure.
Okay. And then here we got
Right here on the right, you have your hot chicken and corn cakes with coleslaw on it. So
Cool.
we make our corn cake mix in-house, put it down on the grill it, get it to a nice little cake.
I like it.
Fry our chicken.
And I hear those are house-made pickles
yes,
as
we
well.
make those pickles in-house as well.
And these are pierogies with
Kielbasa,
kielbasa.
grilled onions, and then it's got sour cream and scallions on top.
So, and then we decided, we're in a brewery, right? So we might as well drink some beer while we're eating some food. I'm sticking with the chocolate beer that we did in the tasting earlier. We got this is the Oktoberfest.
Yes.
And what do you have here? The Pilsner?
I have the Pilsner here.
So come on out to Bottlenose and tell them that Joe from I Know Jax sent you. They might hook you up, or you might not, right?
All right.
Cheers. If you haven't been to Bottlenose Brewing yet, make sure to go by and see them and get a flight of their beers. And when you do, let them know that you saw their story right here on I Know Jax. You see, I'm doing my best to promote local businesses here on the show, so when you let the business owners know that it worked, well, that helps me a lot. That's it for today's episode of I Know Jax. If you like what I do, please support me by subscribing to my newsletter, The Insider. You can find the link to that on IKnowJAX.com and subscribe to me on, YouTube. That way you'll get notified when I upload new videos. I hope you have a fantastic week. I'll see you next week on CW17 Sunday at 6:30. But before then, guess what? I'll see you on the internet.